two up plenty of ground, and just a little bit is the only one out behind the line now. Field of 7 only to run. Toad Bookies paying first and second place dividends. Now, Ornamental Rose broke through the front of the stalls there, but Matthew Gatt, although dislodged, still held hold of the reins, and she only just walked through the front. Now, Matthew Gatt gathering his irons on the favourite Ornamental Rose, and we'll soon have them on their way. Just a little bit, getting a little bit edgy on the outside. All clears through. They're racing in the first, and one of the first out, Petagina. Ornamental Rose began fast, sits on her outside early with Dame Telek next, and just a little bit is going up quickly, followed by Simply Rose's Joy Ender, and Our Envoy dropped out last. Just a little bit finds the lead before they climb up the hill and kicks out by 2 lengths. Just a little bit from Simply Rose's second, Petagina third, a length and a quarter Ornamental Rose. 2 lengths to Dame Telek and Joy Ender, and back last of all is Our Envoy. It's just a little bit going clear as they head to the 1,000-metre mark, opening up a lead of 6 or 7 lengths. Running second, Simply Roses, 1 Petagina, 1.5 Ornamental Rose, 2 lengths Dame Telek outside Joy Ender, and a length and a half to Our Envoy. As they came along to the 800-metre mark, and just a little bit still, 6 lengths Simply Roses, Petagina on the inside, and Ornamental Rose well placed fourth the outside. 2 Dame Telek being niggled at, followed by Joy Ender and Our Envoy. They're heading to the 600 metres, just a little bit's lead. Has been whittled back. She's coming back to the field. She's only a length and a half, Simply Roses. And Ornamental Rose are about to claim the lead now. Petagina gets held up over on the rails as Dame Telek starts a run. They've bunched now. Our Envoy coming to the outside, and Joy Ender's only about 4 lengths off the leader. It's just a little bit. A narrow leader coming around the home turn from Ornamental Rose, and between horses Simply Roses. Petagina's held up behind the leader again as they came to the 200 metres. Dame Telek coming wide with Our Envoy. They're both coming with good runs. It's now Dame Telek and Our Envoy getting to Simply Roses with 150 to go. Next is Petagina. Our Envoy the outside, and Dame Telek fighting it out. It's Dame Telek going home a shade the better. Dame Telek wins it a neck to Our Envoy. Back third, Simply Roses. In front of Joy Ender. Petagina had no luck. And in behind those were Ornamental Rose, which dropped right out at the finish. You're back there in company with Just a Little Bit. Dame Telek, ridden by Damien Oliver, has got the prize to pay about $8.50 and $3.40. Just about right to go. We wait Van der Haar to move in. All set now. Off and racing, and Van der Haar near the outside began well. So did Souvant Rouge, and out quickly too, Sober Affair between them. Queen Kahuna pushing up on the inside. Just behind them is Mr. Archibald with Committed holding the rail, and Talk and Royal Rubiton ease off the early speed with Tycoon Princess last. Sober Affair racing to the 600 metres, out wide the leader. Committed back on the fence, a length away second. Mr. Archibald is ahead away third. Then Queen Kahuna, Savant Rouge is wide, and Van der Haar very deep. Talk getting up just behind them, followed by Tycoon Princess and Royal Rubiton last, but only 4 or 5 lengths would cover the entire field. Mr. Archibald goes through in the middle to take a slender lead in the pale blue cap. On its outside is Sober Affair. Talk a switch to the outside, running on with Van der Haar and Queen Kahuna. They're getting to the 200 metres now, and it's Talk, Queen Kahuna and Van der Haar, the deepest runner. Talk at the moment drew about a neck in front of Van der Haar. Queen Kahuna between them, and Tycoon Princess through on the inside. It's Talk, Van der Haar, Tycoon Princess up on the rails. It's Van der Haar grabbing the lead. Right on the line, this is close. Van der Haar the outside. Perhaps Talk and Tycoon Princess are right there. Just behind those to finish were Mr. Archibald and Queen Kahuna with the gap. Savant Rouge, Royal Rubiton didn't go on with the job. Followed then by Committed towards the tail and Sober Affair. Judges called for a photo here, and well, he might. A great struggle between Talk and Van der Haar. Set to run, 1,800 metres the journey. Starter eyeing off the field. Yangtze River drawn the inside. Here's Dew Crazy coming along. That'll complete the lineup over there. All in. Ready to run. Simulation stood well with Fairway Lass. They're off and racing. Pretty good start too. Fairway Lass, Simulation, the first couple out. Regalis was away quickly in the red and white stripes looking for the lead. Perfect Lady on the outside and Dew Crazy as they settle down, and just behind those is Bypass, Danish Habit on the outside of Perforate, and Yangtze River last of all. By the 1400, Dew Crazy is working to the lead now. It's Dew Crazy a length in front of Regalis on the inside. Bypass, Perfect Lady out wider. In behind them, Fairway Lass, followed by Simulation. There's Danish Habit on the improve and a slowly run first part of this race, followed by Perforate. Simulation is now back near enough to last on the inside of Yangtze River. So they've climbed the hill at the back of the course and head to the 1,000 metres with Dew Crazy now the leader. It's out by 3/4 to Perfect Lady second. 2 lengths to Danish Habit out 3 wide going past 1,000. Bypass in the centre, Regalis on the rail. Next Perforate on the outside, followed by Simulation, Fairway Lass, Yangtze River is last of all. Only 6 or 7 would cover them at the most. And it's Dew Crazy, the leader at the 800 metres, about ahead to Perfect Lady. A length to Danish Habit, improving to be third now. Perforate on the outside is 4 wide. Regalis just behind them with Bypass, Simulation. Yangtze River starts a run going up 5 wide, and now Fairway Lass is last in a race of changes by the 600. Dew Crazy, the leader, from a neck to Perfect Lady under some pressure. Yangtze River slides around the outside to tackle for the lead. Going with it is also Danish Habit and Perforate as they neared the home turn. Regalis under pressure back on the rail. Simulation about second last, turning into the straight. Dew Crazy led Fairway Lass, who's come through the pack in the green blinkers to chase the leader. Then Danish Habit, Yangtze River, and Regalis down near the inside. Dew Crazy the leader at the 200 metres. A length and a half to Fairway Lass, who's answering the whip of Marie Payne. Dew Crazy is a length and a half clear though. Dew Crazy in fact kicks away in the last bit from Regalis and Fairway Lass, and Dew Crazy led for much of the journey to beat Regalis by 2. Fairway Lass is third, and then Danish Habit, Perfect Lady, followed by Yangtze River, Bypass, Simulation next to last, and Perforate was last. By for numbers here, 7, Dew Crazy has taken it out. Melos back from a steeplechase victory, standing up in gate 4. Off they go, Eastern Court and Uvarage, both away well towards the inside ahead of Melos and Joe Bananas. He's hopped out of the stalls well, settling 4th or 5th. Scuttlebutt and Scenic Heights on his outside, improving. Then Diamond Heights rather over on the inside, Beyond Rainbows, getting up to be about 6th or so by the 1,600 metres. And Scenic Heights moved up about a head clear from Eastern Court. Scuttlebutt is third. Uvarage is 4th on the rail. Then Miami Zephyr about a half a length away to Joe Bananas and Cade on his outside. 1.5 Beyond Rainbows and Nectar Melos. 2 Nullarbor Knights, Taylor's Bridge. 2 to Catwoman back towards the end, and now imposing last of all. Nearing the 1,200 metre mark at the back of the course, Scenic Heights by a length, Miami Zephyr, a length and a half Eastern Court ahead to Scuttlebutt, 4th the outside, 2 Uvarage, Joe Bananas on the fence, 1.5 to the grey Cade, and they're followed then by Beyond Rainbows inside Melos, 2 to Nullarbor Knights, a length further back Taylor's Bridge, 1 to Catwoman, and 2.5 hour imposing by the 1,000 metres. Scenic Heights the leader, Miami Zephyr a half length away, 2 Eastern Court the inside of Scuttlebutt, a length and a half to Uvarage outside Joe Bananas. Cade is next with Catwoman starting a run around the outside, and then Melos, Nullarbor Knights. Beyond Rainbows a long way back on the inside from Taylor's Bridge, and last is Our Imposing, 700 to go, and Scenic Heights in front from Miami Zephyr. Eastern Court is getting a run on the inside of the 2 horses to join the leader. Uvarage and Scuttlebutt are next, and then Joe Bananas sweating on a run down on the inside from Catwoman, Cade, and then Melos and Nullarbor Knights as they neared the home turn. Beyond Rainbows is struggling 3 lengths last as they corner, where it's Eastern Court a narrow leader. Now Oliver's going to get up on the inside of him around the home turn on Joe Bananas in the red cap. Uvarage is wider out, followed by Scuttlebutt in the yellow, and then Melos, but Joe Bananas got up on the fence and dashed to the lead at the 200. He's kicked out by 2 lengths. Melos is following him through there from Eastern Court and Scuttlebutt, but Joe Bananas right against the fence is 4 lengths clear and coming away, and Joe Bananas takes it out by about 3 eased up. Melos Miles got up on the inside. I reckon might grab second from Scuttlebutt. A little between the two as they've hit the line ahead of Eastern Court and New Virage. A gap to Our Imposing, who made some ground, and they're trailed by Cade and then Miami Zephyr and Catwoman. Nullarbor Night. Scenic Heights is knocked right up, trailed by Taylor's Bridge, and a very bad last Beyond Rainbows. Joe Bananas. Now Rivermac comes in and completes the line for race 5. Racing, Colat Cuda pinged away, Paved with Gold, a little slow, settles last of all back there with Indy Raj, and Colat Cuda led Rivermac, Master Nicholas between them settling third, 2 to pair. Then Berkhamsted around He's Regal, and they're followed further back a length away by Our Superboy, Itiardi getting a good way back. 2 lengths Indy Raj, Paved with Gold, and Knight's Word outside them at the 1,000. Rivermac went clear, out by more than 2. Colat Cuda is second, a length and a half. Master Nicholas 1.5 away is Pear on the inside of Berkhamsted. 2 then to He's Regal on the inside of Our Superboy, and Itiardi on the outside, 3 wide. 2 to Knight's Word, Indy Raj and Paved with Gold between horses last as they came down the side. And they're nearing the 600. Rivermac trying to steady the ship about a neck clear. Colat Cuda second, Master Nicholas third, 3 deep, 1 to pair. He's Regal getting up on the inside. A length Berkhamsted, Itiardi, and then Indy Raj followed by Our Superboy, and then Knight's Word and Paved with Gold as they neared the corner, and Rivermac led Colat Cuda. Pair in the Cereses next from Master Nicholas, and then He's Regal ridden along 5th at the turn, and next is Itiardi and Our Superboy. Rivermac in front, Colat Cuda coming at it clear of Pair, and then He's Regal. It's Rivermac at the 200 metre mark, about a half length on Colat Cuda. Pair the outside, Itiardi coming home fairly, and Our Superboy. Pair is after Rivermac. Rivermac is tackled by Pair. Rivermac and Pair. Pair went home the best, and Pair wanted a neck to Rivermac, a length Colat Cuda. Itiardi a handy first up 4th, followed in by Our Superboy, and then came Indy Raj, He's Regal. Next to finish, Paved with Gold. A long break in the field of Master Nicholas back there with Berkhamsted and Knight's Word last virtually all of the way. Stand by for numbers in race 5, the St Kevin's College. Now Archangel's moved in, and Copper Plate will be the last to move in. Copper Plate drawn over near the outside, nearly ready to run. Copper Plate coming in, and they're all in the gates and ready to run now. 1,200 metres. Racing, Reckabar flew out down on the inside, and away quickly too was Captain Clipper. Garçon Bleu began quickly, and so did Wasabi out wide. Archangel Hurdle's Boy got away very fast from outside barriers, they say, settled into stride now, and going past the 1,000 metre mark. Hurdle's Boy very wide, Captain Clipper down near the inside. The green of Garçon Bleu, Archangel deeper out, are very prominent, and just behind those side bet and the pink colours, a length Reckabar holding onto the rails. They're being followed then by Abrazar, and on the outside of it, Nine Night Louis, 1 Wasabi, and then Henty Lane, a half to Contracts the outside, followed by On Premier and Marcos on the inside. Copper Plate is a fair way back from Phoenix Strike, and 5 or 6 lengths to Mega Millions. Up to the turn here, and it's Archangel very wide. Hurdle's Boy inside it with Captain Clipper. Going with them side bet, Nine Night Louis switching to get to the inside, and Reckabar right against the fence, and the red cap is hard written cornering. And then Garçon Bleu, Phoenix Strike, and Henty Lane is coming down the outside. Archangel at the 200 though is out in the middle of the course and drifting out the leader. Phoenix Strike is coming at it now from Garçon Bleu. Archangel, Phoenix Strike. Phoenix Strike comes home the better, and Phoenix Strike draws away to win it from Archangel second. Henty Lane got up and grabbed third. Just in advance there of Garçon Bleu, a gap to Marcos, followed by Captain Clipper, Nine Night Louis Contracts. Next to finish was Side Bet, and then Reckabar. Back behind him to finish was Copper Plate. They're followed by Hurdle's Boy, Abrazar, Wasabi towards the tail of the field, with Mega Millions, one of the last to go over the line, and one more On Premier. Stand by for numbers here. It's been Timpanet, Beige Floor, and Power Packs away. Timpanet goes in. Beige Floor about to join them for Eddie Casa. Rode 3 city winners last month. Drawn towards the outside, which seemingly hasn't been a great disadvantage, particularly late in the day. Now Power Packs joined them, ready to go. 1400 metres, race 7. They're on their way now. Good start too, and one of the first out in it is Forayan from the outside, pinged away and crosses the field and leads from Ninda second. Timpanet is up there with Silent Bird, Mountain Princess settling about fifth, and then Onga Khan and Danzig's Pleasure. Next, Beja Floor trapped a little wide there. A length and a half further back is Quit Leader, then a Boutsky trapped out wide in the all-white colours. Next, Rich and Playful over on the inside from Iguazu, Power Packs, a length Lorenza and two Hulazan. And now they head their way towards the railway side for Rain, about a half length on Timpanet, and Beja Floor is third and three wide. Ninda just behind them on the inside from Silent Bird and Aboutsky, one to Onga Khan. Danzig's Pleasure next on the rails, followed further back by Mountain Princess and Iguazu wider out, and then Quit Leader. Rich and Playful on the inside from Power Packs, half a length Lorenza and 2 or 3 lengths to Hulazan. 500 left to go now, pressure being applied to the leader for Rain by Timpanet and Beja Floor on the outside. A length and a half to Silent Bird, fourth before the turn from Aboutsky, Onga Khan, and then Iguazu coming wide. Beja Floor takes the lead at the top of the straight, raced out by a length Timpanet and Foray, and then Silent Bird under some pressure. Down the outside is Iguazu, Beja Floor the leader from Iguazu, Onga Khan, Timpanet on the inside of the leader. Beja Floor being tackled by Timpanet and Iguazu coming home quickly on the outside. Timpanet through on the inside, but Iguazu still coming. Timpanet, Iguazu going home the better. They hit the line. Iguazu, 1.5 head Timpanet. A photo for third between Beja Floor and Rich and Playful. Clear of Silent Bird, and then came Onga Khan, Danzig's Pleasure. Just behind those to finish were Forayan, followed by Mountain Princess, Hulazan, Quit Leader, Ninda towards the end, followed by Lorenza, Power Packs, and Aboutsky dropped out to finish last. Iguazu finishing the race a shade the better. Moondock moved up, they're set to run. Racing at the 1400 to a good start too, and Brindle Moose was away well on the inside. Rose of Tyrrell into stride fast, and Dashing Diamond goes up quickly on the outside of the leading two. Then came Tamara Fox and Bacon Bits. Little Exporters going forward, followed by Georgia Fantasia Miss isn't far away from those. Rainbow Lover settling worse in midfield, and then Starlight Dream going forward, followed by Zyget and Makeover. Hindu Dancer, one of the last from Fireworks, and Boondock from the outside barriers, three deep, and last of all, Brindle Moose leads now to the railway side, a length to Dashing Diamond. A length Rose of Tyrrell, Little Export, Starlight Dream going up wide, about 4 or 5 wide there, from Fantasia Miss and Georgia. Nearer the inside, Bacon Bits and Tamara Fox. Half a length to Makeover, followed by Rainbow Lover. Then Boondock taking off round the outside, trailed by Zygen, Hindu Dancer and Fireworks last as they neared the turn, where Brindle Moose is 3/4 in front. Running second, Dashing Diamond. Rose of Tyrrell down on the inside, hard ridden around at Little Export. Starlight Dreamer starting to come deep as they corner, and then Rainbow Lover into the straight. Brindle Moose kicked away by 2 lengths in the early part of the straight and hasn't been let go from Dashing Diamond, Rose of Tyrrell. Then Rainbow Lover coming down the outside, and further back is Bacon Bits and Tamara Fox, but Brindle Moose is in a world of her own. She's 4 lengths clear. Rainbow Lover runs into second placing. Brindle Moose getting tired on the line, but will hold on, and Brindle Moose wins it by over 2 lengths to Rainbow Lover. Hindu Dancer came from nearly last to grab third ahead of Makeover. They're trailed then by Little Export, Fireworks and Rose of Tyrrell. In behind them Tamara Fox, Bacon Bits, and they were trailed further back then by Zygen. Dashing Diamond weakened very badly in the run home, followed by Starlight Dream, and then Boondock. Fantasia Miss towards the end, and Georgia was last to finish. Brindle Moose ran them off their legs. Number 3 taking out the last beating, and Son of Redmond.